If you have been charged with or are under investigation for any sex crime, you are likely not only looking at a long prison sentence, but also lifetime registration as a sex offender, the destruction of your reputation, and the end of your career. Your best hope is the Innocence Legal Team, California's top sex crime defense law firm. Hello, I'm Patrick Clancy, Innocence Legal Team founder and chief strategist. Knowledge is power, especially if you are facing a sex crime accusation such as child molestation, rape, sexual battery, child pornography, or an internet sting. This video will give you critical knowledge that can save your life. DAs have special sex crime prosecution units which receive practically unlimited federal funds. These prosecutions are part of the criminal justice system, but there is very little justice in them. Why? After generations of brainwashing by the believe the woman, believe the child, Me Too, and all of the other believe the victim movements, society has lost the ability to think critically. Political correctness has replaced real investigations, which are now limited exclusively to find evidence of guilt instead of uncover the truth. Prosecutors and even jurors presume you're guilty, notwithstanding your constitutional right to the presumption of innocence. The Innocence Legal Team understands this and has decades of experience in proving an accuser's motivation to make false sexual abuse allegations. For example, in a child molestation case, we know how to prove that a child has been subjected to parental alienation or repeated biased questioning. Most child molestation charges are felonies found in Penal Code Section 288 and following sections, which prohibit various kinds of lewd acts on a child. A life term may be imposed if convicted of a significant sexual contact with a child 10 years or younger, or for having multiple victims. For decades, the crime of rape and sexual assault have been known as the easiest criminal allegation to make by an alleged victim and the hardest to disprove by the accused. These crimes include date rape, rape with a foreign object, gang rape, spousal rape, and a plethora of other offenses. Defenses in such cases often center around the issue of consent. Rape shield laws prevent the introduction of the accused's previous sexual history to prove consent. However, the Innocence Legal Team is experienced in being able to introduce such evidence on other relevant grounds. Sentences for rape run from 3 to 6 years imprisonment. A convicted person also faces sex offender registration. 1 or more strikes, loss of firearm rights, loss of professional license, and importantly, loss of livelihood and reputation. If you have been accused of, arrested for, or implicated in trafficking, exchanging, or possessing child pornography, you are in serious jeopardy. Child pornography cases can be tried in either federal or state courts. Federal prosecution is far more serious, with longer mandatory sentences of up to 40 years. We therefore make every effort to keep a case of this kind in state court if possible. Defending cases alleging child pornography offenses depends upon legal and technical expertise. With over 4 decades of experience, our attorneys know how to protect clients implicated in child pornography cases. The Innocence Legal Team and our experts understand the internet, the way it works, and how to use that information to establish your defense. We know that unrequested files can be sent to computers, and our experts are able to prove that in court. We know that more than one person can use a computer and where to look to find evidence of another user. We know that many images may arrive in an encrypted file and that not all images were viewed by the user or even known by the user to exist. If you are the user and have deleted unwanted images Our team can establish a defense based upon temporary possession of child pornography for purposes of disposal. There are many other defenses to possession based upon an in-depth knowledge of the inner workings of computers and the internet. Most lawyers do not have the experience to try a child pornography case at either the state or federal level. They may therefore urge you to accept a plea bargain without having first made an investigation of your defenses. The Innocence Legal Team is different. We thoroughly investigate and prepare a case before considering a plea bargain. You can be arrested and prosecuted for serious sex crimes just for role-playing on the internet. If you have been arrested or are under investigation for attempting to arrange a meeting with or sending harmful matter to a minor, you need the best legal help available. The Innocence Legal Team has been defending people against such prosecutions for as long as there has been an internet. The California legislature has enacted legislation enabling decoys to snare hundreds, if not thousands, of innocent individuals who had no intention of meeting a minor, meaning no actual minors were involved at all. Because no minor is actually involved, it is factually impossible to be accused of child molestation. But factual impossibility is not a defense to attempt. How serious is this? In the state of California, attempt crimes carry 1/2 of the sentence for the underlying offense. A lewd act with a minor under the age of 14, Penal Code Section 288A, carries a sentence of 8 years in prison. Therefore, attempted lewd act with a minor under the age of 14 carries 4 years in the state prison. Further, the defendant, if convicted, must register as a sex offender. During these sting chats with police decoys posing as a minor, a subject may engage in cybersex, role-playing. For such conversations, a subject can be charged with attempting to send harmful matter to a minor. Police decoys posing as a minor will also generally ask suspects to send images, which can also be considered harmful matter. The Innocence Legal Team has long experience in dealing with and winning just such cases. I have gathered together the most talented attorneys, paralegals, experts, and investigators in the state. They are smart, tenacious, and dedicated to winning. They are your army, every bit and even more capable than any DA or prosecutor's office. The Innocence Legal Team is dedicated not only to protecting your freedom, but also protecting your career and reputation. The Innocence Legal Team is your team. For a more detailed discussion, please go to the menu and select the specific offense for which you would like help.